Hey, this is Elandis again with another video on the Hoodie CEO channel. So, just wanted to go ahead and get us started on part 4 of lessons to future landlords. So, as I mentioned, if you've been following on the video so far, I've been a landlord for about 2 years now, since June 2020, and I'm just expressing some of the things I've learned. And this is part 4, which is probably be the last video of the series for lessons to future landlords. May come out with another one as the years go by to talk about more things that I've learned as a landlord. But for right now, I have about 4 more lessons that I've learned I'll share with you guys. So let's jump right in. So for number 1, as the lessons to future landlords part 1, is make your property different. So this is basically like business 101. Try to differentiate yourself from the market. There are dozens, hundreds of other houses, properties on there, online, on Zillow, on apartments.com, on rent.com, on roommates.com. Everywhere there's different properties out there. So you want to figure out how you can make your property different from the other properties that are in the market as of that day you put yours on the market. So you can do this in many different ways. When I was starting my future landlord business, I offered like 2 Amazon Echoes for free to the tenants when they moved in. So that was pretty cool. They liked that. Also, I had the Nest thermostat. That was another perk that they enjoyed when they moved in, and they can control the thermostat whenever they weren't at home. And then also I had like a low rate for a deposit. So I think when I first started, I think I had like $200 deposit, which is like unheard of. Definitely have been raising that since the last couple years. So that's like COVID prices right there. So I have basically like low prices because of COVID. So that's another differentiator out there. But you just gotta figure out ways you can differentiate your property. Also had like a washing machine, dryer already was installed in the house. Also, it was pretty equipped already, so it had stove, and it had microwave and refrigerator. So just trying to figure out different ways you can do something like that with having equipment and appliances already inside the home, or you can offer something like the Amazon Echo, or maybe have like a smart house, or have a free pet, a no pet fee, or something like that, just to kind of have your property different from the other properties out there in the market. So that would be number 1, make your property different. Number 2 would be, I know I said have don't worry about pets, or have a no pet fee, but I would say be worried about pets. I think I talked about it in one of the other previous videos. Dogs, I feel like, are okay depending on how big they are, but you don't want your home smelling like a puppy or a dog after your tenant leaves. So yeah, I'd be worried about that. Cats are pretty decent if you don't have any furniture that is yours. That it's cool, because cats will definitely mess up your furniture if you have an in-furnished home. That's another way you can make your place different, to have it furnished. But yeah, so I would say like turtles are cool, rabbits, those type of animals that live in cages. So, or like aquariums, fish are good pets to have. But you want to just be sure. I usually try to limit my places to 2 pets per home. After that, it can get crazy. It depends on how trained they are. So you want to make sure you do like a pet screening, like meet the pet, or figure out how they are before you let them, or sign a lease for them to move in with your pet. Next thing I would say is to always, the third lesson would be, always remember that no one's going to care for your property as much as you do. So you want to keep that in the back of your head. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. And to kind of get around that, sometimes what I do, I have a third-party cleaner come out and clean mostly the common areas of the home, because I know for where I live in right now, guys really don't take that good care of like the bathrooms and stuff. So I have someone come in, pay them $50 to $150 just to come in and do some deep cleaning to dust and knock out some of that real big stuff that usually people don't do when they're cleaning up the house. So you want to be sure that you keep that in the back of your head, have someone come out maybe once every quarter, once every 2 months, just to come out, maybe twice or 3 times a year, just to come out to come clean the house out and do like that deep cleaning, dust the fans, the vents, clean around the baseboards and stuff like that, because you don't want all of that gunk to build up after a year or two. So definitely keep that in mind. So that would be my third lesson right there. Number 4 is, which is the last lesson of part 4, and that lesson is to, if it doesn't work for you, I would say don't give up on the whole landlord or real estate investing thing. A lot of times it can get hard. I know the biggest thing I know from running businesses is that the first year is going to be hard. The second year is a little bit less hard. And third year gets easy because you start learning different things and trying to learn how to adapt to the things that are going on. So a lot of people I know, they probably have been a landlord for like a year. Because of COVID, they had went into the whole eviction process and they couldn't get their tenant out of the house in time. The tenant might ruin the house, and now they got to put in like $10,000 to $30,000 to fix it back up. But sometimes like this happens in business, and you want to kind of really need to learn how to roll with the punches. So if it doesn't work out with you, instead of like quitting altogether, you can think about hiring a property manager to manage your home. I know here in Atlanta, I think property managers charge like 50% of first month's rent to find a tenant, and then 10% of rent every month after that. So it's pretty fair. It does free up a lot of your time. I have a property manager for one of my properties in Memphis, Tennessee, and I really don't do anything. I just collect the payment. Sometimes she calls me about issues, and I just say, yeah, we can fix this, or we can take this amount of money out of the rent every month to fix it. Or she asks me what I would like to get done. Like I mentioned in the last video, something's always happening in at properties. Like something's always breaking down. If you don't have a brand new, built in the last like 5-year type property, then you're going to run into issues. So definitely keep that in mind as well. But yeah, I would say don't give up on the whole property, on the whole real estate thing, landlord venture. There's money to be made, and definitely the prices of rent. I had an interruption. But yeah, properties of rent are definitely going up. So you want to definitely keep that in mind as well. So just don't give up. Hire a property manager, see how it is for another year. If it doesn't work out, then you can go ahead and just dead the whole property or real estate thing, landlord thing. You can either sell your home. It depends on what you want to do. But I would definitely say first consider working with a property manager. Definitely make your life a lot easier. There's dozens of property managers probably in your city, and just call a couple of them, maybe like 3 to 5 of them. See if your real estate agent who sets you up with the home has any type of what's the word I'm looking for? Have any type of referrals, so they can refer you to a property manager in your city, and you can work with them. Or your real estate agent might be a property manager, or they work for the real estate company that has property managers under them. So there's a lot of different ways. I would just say don't give up too soon. Keep at it for another year or two, and after that, if you don't like the whole property manager or the whole future or the whole landlord aspect of the business, you can sell your home. And also you can probably put on Airbnb. It might be a little bit more stressful doing that, but it depends on what you want to do. And at least for Airbnb, you get your money as soon as they leave the property. So that's always a good thing. You don't have to worry about getting payments, but you do have to worry about fixing stuff too. So it just depends on what's best for you, how much time you want to put into the real estate venture, and how much effort you like to do, and what are your long-term goals. Like if you want to create a real estate portfolio, if you're trying to do this for like an extra $500, $800 a month, if you want to make extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month, then all of that comes into account when deciding on being a landlord. So just keep that in mind, and that will be the last bit of my video. So part 4. Hope you guys took some notes, and hope you guys enjoyed that video so far. So just going over a quick recap for part 4, numero cuatro. So make your property different. So try to differentiate yourself, your property in any type of way, just like business 101. Differentiate yourself between the market. So it can be having a furnished home, it can be having beds, offering some type of technology, it can be having appliances, it can be half off first month rent, anything you can think of. Just differentiate yourself from the market. Number 2, be worried about pets. 2 pets is my limit. Maybe you can limit your pets for your home. Number 3, have someone to come in and clean your house to keep it in good standing, because your tenants, I know girls are pretty good at cleaning, guys are not great at cleaning. So have someone come in and clean your property every other month, or every 3 months, or every 6 months, depending on how much you want to do it, or how dirty or clean your property is. And number 4, don't give up on the whole property manager or the whole landlord thing. It takes time. It gets easier. Work on it. Figure out ways to get those best tenants as possible. It takes time. It takes investment. But if you don't like it, hire a property manager. If you don't like the property manager after a year or 2, figure out ways you can possibly sell your property, put it on the market, and you can get done with the whole real estate game altogether. But that's it for me. Hoodie CEO is out. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day.